Greetings, my dear friends. I would like to tell you about the 7 wonders of the world for all time. These are the Pyramid of Cheops, also known as the Great Pyramid of Giza, is one of the greatest architectural wonders of the ancient world and the largest of the 3 pyramids, located on the Giza Plateau in Egypt. It was built around 2560 BC during the time of Pharaoh Cheops. The Pyramid of Cheops has a 4-sided pyramidal shape and is oriented on the sides of the world. Its height is about 146 meters and its base area is about 53,000 square meters. About 2.3 million limestone blocks were used in the construction process, each weighing from 2 to 30 tons. Interestingly, the Pyramid of Cheops remains a mystery to scientists until now. To date, it has not been established how it was possible to so accurately align and connect the blocks during construction, as well as how such a colossal stone block as the Stone of Cheops was raised on the pyramid. It is believed that the pyramid served not only as a tomb for the pharaoh, but also symbolized his power and authority. As the Pyramid of Cheops is explored and studied, its mysteries continue to stir the minds of scholars and researchers around the world. The Lighthouse of Alexandria is one of the oldest lighthouses in the world, located on the island of Pharos at the entrance to the port of Alexandria in Egypt. It was built in the 3rd century BC at the behest of Pharaoh Ptolemy II and is considered one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world. The lighthouse was about 100 meters high and was a structure of white marble. Its spire was visible up to 50 kilometers away and served to guide ships to port during night voyages. The lighthouse also served for land navigation due to its majestic appearance. Over time, the lighthouse building suffered damage due to earthquakes and wars, and now only a few ruins remain of the original structure. However, even today, the remains of the Alexandria Lighthouse continue to attract tourists and explorers with their historical and cultural values. The Hanging Gardens of Semiramis is one of the wonders of the ancient world, located in Babylon, now Iraq. This amazing architectural complex was built in the 7th century BC by order of Babylonian King Nebuchadnezzar II for his wife, the legendary Queen Semiramis. The gardens were huge terraces with a variety of plants, trees, and flowers. They were designed in the form of hanging gardens, which gave the impression of plants floating in the air. The engineering structures made it possible to maintain the necessary moisture and nourishment for the plants. The Hanging Gardens of Semiramis were famous for their splendor and grandeur. They became one of the symbols of beauty and abundance in ancient times. Unfortunately, they are now considered a lost wonder, as the exact location of their location is still a mystery to scientists and archaeologists. The Colossus of Rhodes is one of the 7 wonders of the world, standing on the island of Rhodes in Greece. This huge bronze statue was built in 280 BC in honor of the god Helios, the patron saint of the island. The Colossus of Rhodes depicted a young man standing about 33 meters tall. The statue depicted the god Helios holding a torch in one hand, symbolizing the sun, and with his other hand he held a sword. Although there are many legends and myths about the Colossus of Rhodes, there are no accurate accounts of what it looked like or how it was destroyed. It is believed that the statue fell during an earthquake into 26 BC. It was later dismantled and sold for scrap metal. Although the Colossus of Rhodes no longer exists, its image continues to attract tourists from all over the world and is considered a symbol of ancient Greek culture and art. The Mausoleum in Halicarnassus is an ancient building built in honor of the Persian satrap Mausolus, ruler of Caria, and his wife Artemisia II. The building was constructed in 353 BC, and the pyramidal tomb of Mausolus and Artemisia was placed inside the building. The Mausoleum in Halicarnassus was one of the 7 wonders of the world and is considered a masterpiece of ancient architecture. The building was built of white marble and decorated with reliefs, statues denoting the celebration of victory and glory, and columns. The height of the mausoleum reached 45 meters, making it one of the tallest structures of its time. Unfortunately, over time, the mausoleum was destroyed by various natural disasters and military actions. Now only a small hilly structure stands in its place, which serves as a monument of ancient architecture and history. The Temple of Artemis of Ephesus, one of the greatest wonders of the ancient world, was built in 550 BC BC in the city of Ephesus in Turkey. It was an impressive structure, one of the largest ancient Greek temples, measuring about 137 times 69 meters, with a portly marble facade and over 100 tall columns. The temple attracted many worshippers and became a center of pilgrimage. It was destroyed by fire in 356 BC, but was rebuilt and served until the arrival of Christianity. The temple was finally destroyed by an earthquake in the 5th century AD. Now its ruins continue to attract tourists interested in its history and cultural significance. The statue of Zeus at Olympia was one of the most famous ancient Greek sculptures, created by a Phidian in the 5th century BC. It was made of gold and ivory, in a temple designed especially for it in Olympia. The statue represented Zeus, the Greek god of thunder and head of the Olympian pantheon. The statue was about 12 meters high and took about 7 years to build. Zeus was depicted seated on a throne, his right hand holding the figure of Nike, goddess of victory, and in his left hand he had the open figure of a scepter. One of the remarkable features of the statue was that many of its details were gilded, including the draperies of the god's clothing and hair. It is also believed that Zeus' eyes were made of gemstones or glass to give them a natural and shimmering expression. The statue of Zeus at Olympia was considered one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world and was accompanied by many legends and myths. Unfortunately, the statue was destroyed or lost during the Middle Ages, and only the memories and descriptions of those who saw this majestic man-made masterpiece remain.